Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on, man? Came in for a little pop up today. We wanted to talk about wanted to talk about a few things, NBA trades, a few things like that. But let me go ahead and introduce the guys I got with me, man. First, I don't even know why my man called himself Future Doctor. We're gonna just call him Doctor. We got my boy Dr. Jarrell Heslop here from Jarrell's Journal. What's going on, man?
My God, man, I appreciate you having us or doing the pop-up shop. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. How about yourself, man? I love the hat.
Oh I'm doing good. I can't complain, man. I appreciate it. And I see you with the 3-point conversion. Shout out to Raphael, 3-point conversion.
Yeah. I gotta shout my guy out, man. Controversial rap. I need to make sure I tag him in the comments. I know he got his show today too.
Yes,
But
sir.
you know I can't go nowhere without bringing my guys with me, man. Without bringing my homies with me, man. Got my boy, Mr. James E. Harris.
What up, y'all? I'm popping up on y'all this Saturday. I usually don't be on
Hey,
here, but I'm gonna pop up today. What's
My
good
man.
with you? What's good, Jarrell? Doctor?
I appreciate it. What's up, Jay? How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
That's dope.
and I even got another one of my guys with me today, man. Chucky Chuck, what up, baby?
Yo, what up, family? What's going on, fellas?
What's going
What up?
on,
What up,
man?
Chuck?
Chilling, man. What's going on, Doc?
Can't call it. How you feeling, Chuck?
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling, bro. Hey, James, what the E stand for?
Excellence.
I like it. I like
All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right into this thing, man. We're gonna start with the NFL and then we're gonna circle back to the NBA. So first thing I want to talk about first is this whole Deshaun Watson situation, man. With it's just is it surprising to anyone else? I guess the question would be: is it surprising to anyone else that this has got way more press than Chad Wheeler ever got? So I
Mm.
guess I'll start with you, Jarrell. What's your opinion on
Uh,
that?
now it's not surprising. It's not surprising for two reasons. It's not surprising because Deshaun is a black athlete. His position is quarterback, so he's a high-profile position. And then on top of that, we have your other guy that had beat up a black African American girl almost to death. It's not getting near the press that Deshaun is getting, and it's kind of brushed under the rug and hidden behind. But one thing, like even when talking to the owner or the presidents of the Houston Texans, we got to let it play out. We don't know what happened in the room, and he made valid sense, man. Give it time. Get all the facts, and we'll take it from there. But it's not surprising that the media is going to jump on a black high-profile athlete and make it worse than it is.
What's your take on it, Chuck?
Hold on one
it.
second. Don't hit it yet.
I'm with my big bro, Jarrell. I think if you notice, history kind of repeats itself when it comes to, like he said, high profile, and unfortunately African American people. It seems like when somebody's about to make a big move, or a transition is coming, or uh, that's when the rocks and stuff start being thrown. Um, so and first let me say I'm not I don't condone any misbehavior of that sort. But it's just something about coincidences, which makes situations weirder than what they need to be. So I just hope everybody involved gets peace, and the truth comes out, in whatever which way it is. I just hope the truth comes out so everybody can just be, live in peace and all that. But I look at people like Big Ben and the situation he had in the past.
Yeah, big man. That's a
And
good one.
how to this day he's playing. Nobody's even thinking about that. Nobody's talking about that. But I think if Deshaun Watson is innocent or guilty, they're still going to be talking about this, some years from now, unfortunately. So that's just kind of the world we live in, and it is what it is. So, like I said, I just wish the best for everybody involved. And once the truth comes out, I mean, it is what it is.
James, how you feel about it?
Yeah, how they do the high profile black athletes. So of course it'll be front page media all the time, but I just wanted to, see how it play out, man. And it's a messed up situation, I think, for either party. I hope it's not true, but if it is, then I hope it plays out in the right hand through the court of law. So, but like you said with the Big Ben situation, that came and went pretty fast. It wasn't like it was lingering through the media like Deshaun Watson is. So, and then it's not like I just don't get it. Like 1 week is 3 people, the next week is 13. This like
Yeah.
that's what really be throwing me off. Because if it was something that happened and they should have came out with it right away. If he was doing this all this time, then like it's been over a year. So I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for it to play out, man, to see what happens. But it is like you said, Chuck, during the time where he's sitting out, Houston owner and all, getting this attorney and all this. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy situation. I'm like Chuck, definitely need to see how it play out, and like I said, I don't condone it either, but at the same time, it does seem real suspicious of the timing of everything. So
right
now, do you think it could be?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
You think it? I mean, we always have conspiracy theories. Do you think it could be something set up by people in the Houston area, like you said, with Tommen? He's trying to leave out of Houston. Their attorneys are adamant or are very passionate about this not being the case. Do you think it could be kind of set up on him?
I think I'm gonna be real. I mean, I wasn't there, but I haven't seen much proof, and so, which leads me to kind of believe what you're saying about conspiracy theory, because I haven't really seen a whole lot of proof. I mean, they said him and the girl was texting. I mean, that happens. They said he was at the girl's house. I mean, that happens. I think I'm not gonna say that. I think that if he was doing some of the things that he did, and I'm not talking about the some of the things he's accused of, but I mean, if he was, I think you have to be more careful in this day and age, especially when you're famous. Like I think famous people have to be a lot more careful than the average person. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
And since these are civil lawsuits, does the state of Texas automatically gonna prosecute him as criminal charges? Or they automatically go
that's a good question. I don't know.
Because they all civil suits, right?
Right. Yeah, it is civil suits right now. Yeah.
So it's different from criminal. So
that's what further makes me believe that what Jarrell's saying about conspiracy theory, because if it was really some actual proof, they'd be charging him. You know what I mean? Like, civil and criminal is two totally different things. So, you know what I mean? I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna kind of, I wanted, because people look at things differently and kind of don't take what you're saying. I want people to understand where we're kind of coming from. I understand, on a woman's part, how it can be difficult because you go through something, you're scared, you're fearful, you're nervous, you don't want to speak on it right now because you think nobody might not believe you and all things of those nature. But I think the thing that confuses everybody is, like James said, is the numbers. It ain't about somebody accusing him of anything. I think the thing that's kind of throwing everybody off is the numbers, because you jump from, like he said, you jump from 1, then you go to 3, then all of a sudden you're at 10, then all of a sudden you're at 13. Like Avery said in the comments, mess around and then you're at 20 next week. So I think that's what throws people off. Nobody's saying that it's not possible, but it just makes it weird that it's just the timing, and I think how the numbers jump so fast.
Yeah, I think
everybody off.
Yeah, I think right now it's like at 22 women or something like that.
Have we seen any other women, like their profiles, anything? Have y'all?
I haven't been following as closely as most, but no, I haven't personally. No, me no.
Yeah.
So keeping it NFL, man. I wanted to kind of transition over to your team, Chuck. And it was I ain't gonna say it was a blockbuster trade. I guess you could say in NFL terms it was a trade.
Right,
to say the least. But the 49ers moved up 9 spots to number 3. The Dolphins dropped back 3 spots to number 6, and the Eagles got the Dolphins 6th pick. No, the Eagles dropped back to number 12. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So pretty much what the Dolphins got was they got our pick, and then now all of a sudden they got the first round picks in 2022 and 2023 as well. So it's kind of, I guess, it's setting y'all up for the future. That leads me to believe that they think that Tua is their quarterback of the future, or they believe that whoever they want, they can get him at 12 that they would have got at 3 anyways. I mean, you know what I mean? So what you think, Chuck? How you feel about it?
I'm cool, but of course, as a fan, your mentality is win now. But I like what they're doing to, build success up. I'm hoping that, I know you made a statement, and I'm hoping that's what the case is. You saying, you think they made the trade because whoever they could have got at 3, they possibly could still get at 6. If that's the case, that's even better for us. If we can still get whoever it is that we have, in mind. I would say this, like I definitely don't think we're drafting a quarterback. So I'm with you. I think Tua was the guy, because if you were going to draft somebody, you wouldn't have signed Jacoby Brissett. So I feel like they're just riding with Tua. And Jacoby Brissett is the backup, which I would have rather drafted somebody, being honest with you. But I think we're in good shape. I'm hoping we could. Devontae Smith was on my radar.
Yeah.
So if we can still get him, I'm cool, because I felt like that would have been a good compliment to Will Fuller, Parker, Williams. I feel like that would have been in good shape. Then we could have went and got another running back, and I think we would have been pretty good.
Avery just brought up an interesting point. Which y'all getting those other 2 first rounders.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe y'all going after Deshaun. I mean, he does have a good point. I mean, y'all do have a lot of first round picks right now.
Yeah. And I agree, and I think that's the same thing. I hope I'm not touching the topic we're going to, but I think that's the same thing with I think it's the Jets. You see how they're kind of doing their team, because it was the Jets and the Dolphins who they were talking about with the main 2 for Deshaun. If you notice how they're picking up pieces to kind of, I think, attract him as well as us. I think we're doing moves to kind of entice him to come to us as well. So
I will say this: I'm not no Jets hater, but y'all team is a whole lot more attractive than theirs. I'm just saying. Only thing they might have that's attractive is I like their coach. You know what I mean? Obviously, because he came from us. So came
from San Francisco.
Yeah, came from San Francisco. So obviously, I'm kind of impartial to their coach.
Right.
The question right now, Jarrell Doctor, is we're talking about the NFL trades. So the 49ers moving up, the Dolphins moving back, then moving back up, and then the Eagles, getting the 12th pick. What'd he say?
No, he's talking about
Jacoby Brissett.
That's what I'm agreeing with him. That's what I just said. I don't know what we got him for, but
so James, what you think about this, James?
I'm intrigued of what you think about that 3rd pick, Ty.
You want to know what I think?
Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of, I don't know how to feel, man, because part of me feels like I don't know. I feel like we have a ready-made team. No, not part of me. I'm sorry. Let me change that. I feel like we have a ready-made team. I feel like as long as we got somebody that can be a game manager, I don't even know who I would name right now, but you know what I mean. But I look at this too. I look at our division right now. We have the worst quarterback in our division by far. Mm-hmm. Matthew Stafford is better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
True.
Kyle Murray is better than Jimmy Garoppolo, and Russell Wilson's better than all of them. But you know what I mean. So,
but when healthy, Jimmy Garoppolo is a winner for y'all, though.
He's a winner, but is he somebody that moves the needle? Like if our team wasn't as good as it is, you know what I mean? Like.
Right.
I don't know. I keep hearing Zach Wilson. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with that. I really don't know, but I will say this: I trust 49ers front office, because they've been doing a pretty good job lately. And my man keep running his mouth like his team is good, man.
Right.
The only reason, bro, y'all even relevant is because that division is terrible.
But he happy they got Golladay. They finally got somebody.
Yeah, they did get Golladay. I like that move, but I knew 49ers, they're never going to be that aggressive. How you feel about it, Doctor?
Oh man, I'm a fan of it. With all the trade, I'm not. I tell you what, I've never liked Jimmy G, to be honest with you. I hate to say it, man. I'm not a fan of his. He a pretty boy. He don't do too much in that, man. But
he wins for the 49ers.
Low budget Tom Brady.
Hey, look,
but he wins some type of way.
Does he win, or is it the team? Is he riding the coattails of the squad?
It's definitely the team.
That defense is trill over there. But I mean, he's not.
He still it's still on your resume as a win, though.
Facts. So let me get off Jimmy G then. He's a game manager, man. I'm
manager supreme.
big on I'm big on y'all defense though more so. And then y'all also running back. Y'all got Tevin leaving. Where
Hey,
Tevin
we
go?
lost all of them except for Morstead and Wilson. What's the name left too?
McKinney, right?
McKinney. Yeah, McKinney
Yeah,
gone
he sure
too.
did. So that's gonna blow. Yeah, no homo.
I think they just need. I think they need to get another receiver. I think y'all need another receiver too.
Man, that's see this is what I told James on the phone the other day. This is why I don't think they will. You got to look at what they've been drafting. Last year you draft Brandon Ayuk. The year before that you draft Deebo Samuels. You know, both of these are first round top 15 pick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't see them going receiver again. I see them probably going Zach Wilson, and then either I don't know. I really do want Surtain, but I don't know if I would take him number 3. Mm-hmm. And I know if we don't get him, I know the Cowboys probably will. Which I got to hear this dude's mouth.
Who's the backup right now? Who's the backup right now?
Backup quarterback?
Yeah. Is it still what's the name?
One of them sorry jokers that was losing at the end of the season last year. Either Nick Mullins or CJ Beathard. I don't know.
Same people. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that's terrible, man.
Chuck, who did y'all lose on that trade with them draft picks?
Who did we lose?
Yeah.
Man.
Was it Tunsil?
Oh no. We already had lost Tunsil. He was already
okay.
Yeah.
Laramie Tunsil was already gone. I can't remember. Did we lose anybody? I thought it was just the
Nah, it was just picks.
Yeah, I don't think we lost anybody.
It was just that pick, but y'all got the other picks. So let's transition to the NBA, man. NBA had it was a crazy week this week, man.
Yeah.
My phone, I'm trying to think what I was doing. I was doing something and my phone was just going crazy. Right. Oh, matter of fact, I was at work and I got lunch duty. So I was doing lunch duty. I'm like, yo, my phone buzz, 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 buzz. It was between the group chat, the Say What page, the Say What group, and the Bleacher Report. Oh my God. Yeah. My phone was just going crazy, man. So what I'm trying to think where to start it off at. So I think the biggest trade, we can start here. The biggest trade to me was the Vujacic, in my opinion, was the Vujacic to the Bulls. I think that gives the Bulls a second star, and I think it makes them relevant because they haven't been relevant to me since Jimmy Butler left, outside of Zach LaVine scoring. How you feel about it, James?
Yeah, I think I definitely like that move for them. Me and Avery was talking about that before. Now it gives them a 1-2 punch, and I really didn't think Wendell Carter. That's who they traded, right?
Right.
I really didn't think he performed at that level anyway. He's like a hybrid 4-5, but with that big man down there, now it gives him size down there to compete for that 8th spot. I think so. So, and then they kept their guards, right? Yep. So now Kobe White and all them, they could play that 1-2 punch, pick and roll, and Vujacic, he been hooping since for a minute in Orlando. I really thought him and Aaron Gordon was gonna be better than what they were, but he did his part. Right. I ain't gonna say Aaron Gordon, but he did his part. Right. So yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah, what they gave up was they gave an Otto Porter Jr. They gave an Otto Porter Jr. and Wendell Carter Jr. Uh-huh. That's what they gave up.
Yeah, Otto Porter had that big contract
two
right?
first round picks.
Right.
Yeah, he got that big contract. Yeah, I think that's the most important part, getting from underneath that contract. To me, that's what he said. I wanted Kobe traded for Gary Trent. Man, they weren't making that trade, man.
Nah, I like it though, but that won't happen.
That won't happen.
And then they got Zach LaVine, right?
They still got Zach LaVine. So
now they're going to be playoff contenders in their division.
Right.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So I think. Go ahead.
Now I was about to say, I think depending on how it plays out, I think they could definitely be a top 5 team in the East. I just think it depends on some injuries and some other things.
Is marketing? Is he hurt still?
Nah, he playing. He back.
Yeah,
he been back like 2 weeks.
They could be nice.
But you got to think about it too. You pick up Vujacic. You got Zach LaVine. You got Kobe White. And then you got to look at it. Satoransky is not bad because he's taking the starting point guard position. Kobe don't start no more, so you got him. They also, I was telling Tyrus, if y'all don't know, they also got Daniel Theis from Boston.
Oh yeah. So they got
Theis from Boston. You got Thaddeus Young. Like, you got marketing. Like they got Patrick
See
Williams,
this?
the rookie. Like they
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
the rookie.
See,
That's
this
what I'm
my
thinking
see this
with
my
it.
thing. This is my thing, Chuck. Jared Conway, he's a Bulls fan. Put that in perspective. He's saying he don't like the 2 first-round picks. But my take on that is this: y'all was drafting trash with them 2 round the picks y'all had. So I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
y'all was drafting Mark. What would it been? Mark drafting marketing? Come on, man.
They just drafted Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams, yeah.
Drafted him.
So
He's not bad, but
yeah.
you know.
So how you feel about it, Jarrell?
I think it's a good look, and I like the 2 draft picks because now you can build around the squad, and you also get that fan base back. That's that 6th person that you need, man. So you're gonna get that. That's real important, man. Like I said, they're gonna be playoff contenders, and you're gonna be looking to play against some 76ers that's looking real good, even though they got some hurt people on the squad, and that's what you're competing against right now. I think the Bulls gonna be something we're gonna be talking about in the near future, man.
Yeah,
Avery disrespectful, man.
Joe
was like to sit back and throw darts. It's all good though. One more and you block, sir.
but I do think they need to tighten. I think the Bulls have to tighten up that guard position though. I like Kobe, but I think they need to. They gotta if they can get something. I need more quality at the guard position.
Well,
really put them over the hump.
like me and you were saying, I think the main reason why he didn't pull the trigger on Lonzo is because. Why give up something when you could probably get him in free agency? Because you get rid of that big Otto Porter contract,
right?
You know what I mean. Now that to me that frees up some money. You could sign Lonzo Ball and then take care of your probably your obligation to Zach LaVine. I don't know what his contractual situation is now, but I'm pretty sure he's about due for extension the way he's playing.
Right.
So another trade to me that I felt like was important, maybe not in star power, but I think it would really help this team is. Rondo for a Lemon Pepper Lou. It reunites Lemon Pepper Lou with Magic City, so you can go down there and get some wings anytime you want to. But also, it gives the Clippers the point guard that they've been missing, man.
Yeah.
He said, well, "What Otto Porter get? What are you talking about?" He's talking to somebody else. I don't know. So, Jarrell, how you feel about that trade, man?
Leadership, playoff experience. And you get an old school type point guard, which the Clippers needed, man. And it also remind me of something like the Heat needed. They got Victor Oladipo, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now go ahead.
Yeah, I know last year we were looking at the Heat, and I really didn't like Jimmy Butler bringing up the ball, man, trying to do everything, man. That takes some pressure off of him. They got somebody that can penetrate. They got somebody that can, kind of direct the squad and open it up for Jimmy to make it easier. So same thing you're getting with Rondo, man. Rondo has a high IQ and still a great point guard in the league. That's exactly what Clippers needed, man.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Most definitely, I agree with you on that. James, how you feel about it?
Like he might be having some issues.
Man, I'm telling you, it's that Spectrum, man. Y'all see I went out, man.
Man, Spectrum, man. Spectrum is terrible. Whenever this new company was a Metro something, whenever they get right, Spectrum, count your days.
Man, I don't want nothing with Metro in the title either.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord, man, I ain't messing with you.
But yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off Real. I think the key is the first word that he spoke was leadership.
Yeah.
Because now you have somebody who's been there that can hold everybody accountable, and the Clippers have never had that. They go through their emotions. They one day they get along, next day they don't. They play good this day, but I think he's respected enough where he can hold everybody accountable, and he's the type of point guard where he's going to put everybody in a position on the floor where they're comfortable. So now Paul George doesn't have to try to worry about distributing and trying to score. He can just worry about scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi can be who he is. He's not necessarily a playmaker, but now, okay, I can go out here and score. You have somebody who can get everybody involved. I think he's going to make Ibaka better. He's going to make Markieff Morris. He's going to make him better. He's just going to make Patrick Bev. I think he's a lot of people he's just going to make better with what he brings to the table. So now I think they're scary. Because we've all talked about it for years. They never had. This is what they were been missing to me from the last couple of years. That's all they needed. A point guard to put everybody. Because we talked about Mike Conley one time. They just needed that type of player to put everybody where they need to be. So now to me they're scary. They're scary, a little scary now.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I guess I called that one wrong. I thought that Conley and them was gonna struggle this year, and then he was gonna ask to get bought out, kind of like some other folks did, but it kind of went the opposite way.
Yeah,
So I was most definitely wrong on that. Now another trade I'm not too sure about, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Is Evan Fournier to the Boston Celtics? I'm kind of 50-50 on that one, man. I don't really. You think that helps Boston? You think that helps Boston, Dr. Jarrell?
You know what? I'm more of a spectator. Like I'm about like you, man. I've been at work so long trying to do 8 different things. I kind of missed this one. But Celtics, I don't know where they dropped off at, man. They were doing pretty good. I loved Tatum. I think Tatum's about to be the one big star after people drop off. They're just missing a few pieces, so I want to see what they do in the near future. But I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. Really,
I think it helps them, but I think in order for it to help them, he have to come off the bench. Because a lot of ISO players, Kemba ISO player, Jason Tatum ISO player, Jaylen Brown, he can get everybody involved, but his strength is an ISO player. Fournier also needs the ball in his hand. He's a scorer. Like that's what he do. So I think if you bring him in with that second unit, and put more responsibility on him, while Tatum and Brown are taking their rest, I think it kind of works. Now the issue is going to come because to me in the crunch time, I think you have to have all of them on the floor at the same time. I don't think you have much of a choice. I think you need all of them. So how can they mesh when it's time to figure out kind of what we're expecting from Brooklyn when they're all together and it's that crunch time of who gonna take the shot. So I think that's kind of what they're gonna have to
the
figure
difference
out.
is in Brooklyn, them guys elite. You know
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Brown can score, Kemba can hit a shot, Tatum can score a shot, Fournier can shoot it. You still got Marcus Smart. He ain't backing down. He gonna if he open, he gonna shoot it. So I think that's what they have to figure out. They just have to figure out combinations. I don't particularly like the trade, but since they did it, I think they're just gonna have to figure out how to make those combinations work. And if I don't see all them starting. I don't see it. So
my thing with that is this, and I don't know if maybe this person didn't want to go there, but if I know Boston, they traded and got Fournier. I'm not 100% sure what they got. I forgot, but I was looking at it, but I turned my head away. But I don't know why they didn't try and make that same deal for Rondo.
Right, because that's what they need as well. I agree.
Because I feel like Rondo helps you because he can get everybody. He can make plays for other people. You know what I'm saying? He's a pretty decent defender too. I feel like that's the issue with Kemba right now. Kemba can't really guard anybody.
Right,
and then he's not giving you he doesn't get the volume of shots that he was getting in Charlotte. So he's not going to give you 20 plus points either. You know what I mean? Because in Charlotte, he was the only person really shooting. So I think that shows why he scored so much. Now, another thing, I know you touched on it. I like this trade, me personally, but I know some people on my show, they didn't really, they feel like they don't know how it meshes well, but the Houston trade. I like Oladipo considering the fact that you didn't have to give up nothing that you really wanted. You didn't have to give up a hero. You didn't have to give up Duncan Robinson. And you didn't even give up they gave up a pick swap. So you gave up Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a pick swap for Oladipo. I think I like it considering what you gave up. You didn't give up much. How you feel about it, Chuck? I kind of already know how you feel about it.
I don't like the fact because I feel like you've picked up something, and you've picked up someone who does the same as everybody else on your team. When you look at Jimmy, you look at Oladipo, when you look at Hero, when you look at Kendrick Nunn, all these guys, they do the same thing. Like all of them do the same thing. So I felt like they needed to get like maybe a stretch big or something of that nature. But I do think they're going to be entertaining. I will say that. But to me, Oladipo is another person who, do you really want him to be your playmaker? I don't really see that. He's kind of up and down, inconsistent a little bit at times. He brings the energy that they're going to need. But I don't see how him and Jimmy Butler complement each other. Hopefully I'm wrong because I would like for them to be successful, but I don't necessarily see how they're going to complement each other. And I hate the fact that because me and Avery, we're big on, because now Kendrick Nunn is going to once again have to take the back seat. And to us, this young man needs to be getting exposed because every time he plays, He's amazing. So now he's going to go back to the bench. So it's like you're not utilizing everything that you have to your disposal. So, and I did like Olynyk. They didn't play him enough, but I did like him.
So I got a question. Is what's the name even healthy right now? Is Dragic healthy? Dragic healthy?
No, he's been out. Like
he's
the
been
last
out.
2 weeks.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely when you get him back, that's another person who kind of does the same thing. So it's like you got 4 or 5 people who are the games are like.
I don't know. I think it might be career over for him. He kind of old, man. Was he about 36? I mean, it might be career over. How you feel about it, Jarrell?
Hey man, 2 things come to mind when I saw this. I did see this trade, man. I actually like it for the Heat. Mm-hmm. I think the Houstons are continuously taking L's, man. Continuously taking L's. Like who did they get for future value for that trade? Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly.
I can't even say the pick swap because when is Miami going to be worse than Houston in the future?
They're not. And then I like your point though, Chuck. As far as comparison to Oladipo complimentary. I can't talk. Complimenting Jimmy Butler.
Right.
I think Oladipo only got to do one job, man. He only got one job. He doesn't have to put a lot on his plate. Just bring the ball up court and open it up for
he's 34.
Open it up for your Butlers and your heroes and everybody else, man. Just maintain the game. You don't have to do too much. And if they can get them to understand that, they're gonna be all right, man. But Houston took a big L, man. I think, like you said, that's why everybody wanted to get out of there, man. The direction is all off.
Yeah. I agree with Rudy though. I think you just need Oladipo to score because Butler has proven in the past that he could be a facilitator. You got your shooter. But I mean, in the playoffs last year.
But that was the problem why they lost. He got to do too much.
I don't think that's the problem why he lost. I think the problem why he lost is the size issue. Like they didn't really have. They had Bam down there trying to guard AD, LeBron, everybody. He just couldn't do it by himself. They didn't really have no other. I think not having another big hurt.
That's
them.
Another issue. That's another issue.
What I mean?
But they maintained it though. Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say, but Ty, that's a lot, bro. When you gotta do that offensively, and you pretty much are the person that has to always guard the best player. It's a lot. That's a lot.
But I'm saying now he has help though. I think Oladipo, if he's healthy, it's a big if. If he's healthy, I think he can provide that second proven scorer because when Dragic was scoring, they looked very good. As soon as Dragic got hurt and he wasn't, they didn't have that second consistent person because Crowder he was just really hitting shots. He wasn't really, you know what I mean? Right. So they didn't really have that second consistent person. I feel like once Dragic went down, it hurt them. Even though I don't think if they would have had Dragic, anybody else, they still won't beat the Lakers last year anyways. You know what I mean? But now another thing too I want to talk about. I know you talked about it earlier, the Jim. We can touch on this real quick. The Norman Powell to the Portland Trailblazers for Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood.
Yeah. I got to watch both of them play in their new places. Being honest, neither team really missed a beat. The person that they filled in did the same thing that who they got rid of did. Norman Powell looked very good with Portland. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know how the game ended, but at one time he was the leading scorer of the game. So he fits in. I looked at Gary Trent playing with Lowry and them. He looked good. I don't even know if Rodney Hood played. I'm not sure. But Gary, they kind of have the same game. If you think about it, they kind of have the same games. I think Powell's just a little more aggressive offensively, but
I think he's more aggressive. I think he's a little bigger too.
Yeah, but I like it for both teams. I don't think either team is going to really hurt from it because you kind of gain what you lost, if that makes sense. So, but I like both teams. I think it helps Portland more because you can count on Powell more than I think you can count on Trent. To give you, that scoring in the buckets. Powell's going to go get it. So I think with him, Dame, CJ, that three-headed monster can be very dangerous. So I'm looking forward to it.
And so,
how you feel about that, Jarrell?
Oh man, like I said, man, I'm listening to y'all and I'm on the lookout and I'm just getting free with NBA.
I feel you on that.
So I'm on the lookout for it. I don't really have too much to say about that. I'm looking at y'all and Miss Megan Price over there. I'm taking your word. I'm gonna take your word for it, Miss Price. I'm be on the lookout.
Well, I know another thing that was big in basketball. It wasn't the trades that did get made. It was the trades that didn't get made. So no Drummond. Drummond didn't change teams. Well, he is changing teams, but not because of trade. No Drummond, no Lonzo. A lot of people were making big deals for Kyle Lowry, but didn't happen. So who's the one person that didn't get traded that you really wanted to see get traded?
Lonzo.
That's
Lonzo.
I thought because he has more value to himself now. And he can, and then he can, because he's shooting a high percentage from the free throw line and from the three. That ugly shot that he had coming in, right? He's improved on it, man. I like Lonzo now. I don't know if it's competition because his brother's out here, younger brother.
I think that's what it is, man.
Man, he looks good, and then even Magic Johnson gave him props, and that might be left field, but saying he has one of the highest IQs as a guard in the NBA right now, overlooking your vetted players. But he is balling, man, and I think he can help out on a lot of squads that need that type of leadership, that up pace guard, and he's gonna make some money in the near future, man.
Yeah.
I think I know for me with Lonzo, man, I don't think sometimes people realize how long it takes for sometimes a true point guard to really, especially one that couldn't really shoot at the time, for them to make that transition to the NBA, because this is different. The game is faster. Everybody's just as smart as you are. You know what I mean? So I think that it was a transition period. I know I've been kind of hard on Lonzo in the past, when he was a Laker. I know Laker fans, we kind of spoiled because we win so much that whenever we get, young guys, we expect it,
right.
to win immediately. Brandon Ingram.
I was just about to say Brandon Ingram.
Julius Randle. They're all playing great now. Even Russell. And sometimes you think, what if you wouldn't have got rid of, even though I think we would have been good by now. We just wouldn't have no championship.
Yeah.
Like I feel like LeBron, he gets you that championship. I feel like if we had them guys, we would be good, but we would be missing something, if that makes sense. So what you think, Chuck? What trade you didn't see that you wanted to see?
Of course, I've been a Lowry fan for I don't know how long. Just how he plays and what he does, man, it's just amazing. Like, because he's not by far not one of your most talented point guards, but to me, he's one of the most impactful. I'll take him for a lot of the better point guards, any day. But one person who I know is not gonna get traded, but I want him to go somewhere, is Bradley Beal, bro. I want him to go somewhere else.
Oh yeah,
I want him out of Washington. I feel so bad for him, but I want him out of Washington, man. I know Russ playing good right now. I get it, but I feel like he has too much talent, and he's gonna continue to be in a bad situation if he stays there. They're not winning nothing. They're just not. I want him to go somewhere where he can contend and and try to get a ring. So it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. But that's a trade I would like to see, or I would like for him to go somewhere else. Like we were just talking about him to maybe the Bulls or Milwaukee, or like you put him on some of those teams. Now you talk. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I would like to see him in the Sixers. I think it would probably cause a log jam at the point guard position, but I think that's a log jam I would like to have. You know what I mean? Because we could figure something else out with Ben. He could play the 5. If it's no Embiid, I mean, heck, he's 6'10". He might not want to, but I mean, that's something that you could.
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
And this is just me off the top thinking. Would you consider because Russell Wilson is a baller. He is a baller, but would you consider him a cancer to a team?
To my Westbrook, right?
Yeah, excuse me, I'm tripping. Westbrook, as far as his play, not his attitude, as far as his play, because Bradley Beal is balling. And like you said, I was waiting to see what direction he was going in. I would like to see that. I would like to see Bradley Beal be able to grow and actually do some winning on another squad and contribute to another squad. Do you feel like Westbrook is a cancer to players like a Beal?
Because I don't want to disrespect what he brings to the table, because Westbrook is by far his energy and his commitment, he plays hard. But I'm going to say yes because of what history has shown us. I don't feel like he's a bad person. I don't feel like he has the intent to make somebody else not reach their potential. But his mind just goes in one direction. Like, no matter who he has or what he does, Westbrook's mindset is, I'm the guy, and it is what it is. You have KD, you don't win. You have Harden, you don't win. Now you have Paul George, you don't win. Now you got Bradley Beal, and there's no excuse to me with him and Bradley Beal on the team that you should be in the East and not competing for at least a playoff spot or a top. Like to me, it's no excuse. So I'm going off history. I don't feel like it's his intent to be one, but I just think his mindset and how he plays the game doesn't allow because he plays with a superstar to be successful. Him and KD should have stayed together. They should have won something. Him and Harden should have won something. Him and Paul George, he didn't play well. Paul George, that's the one time he had a great playoff performance. That's the one time.
Okay, you can't
Paul
say that.
George
He
balled out, bro.
He did good in Indiana, man. You got to cut him some slack. He did good in Indiana.
Yeah.
He
But
just didn't have no help. He just didn't have no help in Indiana.
Right. But outside of Indiana, that particular year, like when I say Paul George went crazy, when they lost to Utah, he balled out, bro. But Westbrook mindset, because they should have won the first round, but they lost. He So I'm gonna say yes because of what we've seen, not because I think that's his intent or he's just making a mess out of teams or making people not get along. Now, I don't feel like he's that type of guy, but because he's a leader in his own way, he is a leader. Yeah. But I just think history has shown us everywhere he goes, it just doesn't work. So I
just think it's the way he plays, man. Like he's so he's one of them people. He's just so out of control at times. You don't know what he about to do. You know what I mean? Yep. Like he has. If you watch him play, I love the way he plays. I love the passion he plays with. But I've never seen anybody have more wasted possessions with him just coming down the court and trying to go to the hole, and he moving so fast he just dribble the ball off his foot. Or, him coming down and he just pull up, and he can't really shoot. You know what I mean? So he has – I don't know. Will I say he's a cancer? I don't know. Will I say he's cancerous? Probably so.
That makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's a tough one, man. Because I mean, he's a phenomenal talent. You know what I mean. But it's just like I think if you had to rank like all the superstars, well, he's not really a superstar anymore. But that's just for sake of this argument. Let's say he is. I think if you had to rank like who's the toughest to play with, I think he might be number one. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I know people say they think Harden would be tough to play with because he shoots so much, but I look at some of the teams he was on. Heck, he had to. You know what I mean? Like we seeing now. I think we seeing now what the real James Harden really is. Someone that could score 20 plus points, but also give you 15 assists. You know what I mean? Because he's a willingly passer. I think the James Harden that we've seen the last few years or whatever, however many years you want to say since he's been in Houston, is a different type of James Harden because I don't think that's the real James Harden. I think he just did that out of necessity because he had to.
Right. I agree.
I'd be thinking about with Westbrook, like what type of player I am and how to play with him. I would be so damn frustrated, man. Like, God damn, just slow down and give me the ball.
Right. Because Westbrook, he doesn't make anybody better or put people in position to reach their top potential of what they can bring to the table. He doesn't do that. Because like I told somebody when they was talking about the triple doubles that he gets, I look at a lot of the times when he gets assists or when he passes the ball is because he puts himself in a position where he has no choice but to give it up. Mm-hmm. Like his intention is I'm not trying to get his ball. It feel like he's just trying to make a play. He can't get what he wants, so okay, now I don't have no choice but to pass it. To me, that's what I see. So. Yeah. But I like I said, I like him. He go hard. He's tough. He's tough now.
And then he's been put in the position in the last few years after you had your KD and Harden to leave, where he's had to do that so long. It's like stuck in his mental. You know what I'm saying? Right. Attack and take care of the squad. So
right.
I didn't know how that was going to. Even though I did think they were going to be playoff caliber team, the Wizards. I didn't know how that was going to play out because they both kind of play the same position. They both kind of like at a point guard's height, but play like a two guards game. You know what I mean? Even though Bradley Beal, he cooking right now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But I didn't really know how that was going to play out. But I guess it's played out the way most thought it would. Yeah. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say because you got to look at their responsibilities. Bradley Beal's responsibility is a scorer. He's not supposed to be your playmaker. You bring in the Westbrook. Now you have the opposite. Yeah, Westbrook's going to get 20, like
Yeah.
in the sleep.
Mhm.
But your sole responsibility needs to be able to make all these other guys better. Bradley Beal's going to get his. That's his job. He's going to get 30, 40, at times 50, whatever. That's what he's supposed to do. But I think that's just the difference in the two players. Bradley Beal he's not a point guard.
Yeah.
Westbrook is though.
Yeah.
His game is different, but he's a point guard. So I think that's kind of what the difference is.
So we're gonna take it to this last topic, man. You got, the buyout market is one of my favorite things, man, because guys get bought out making a whole lot of money, then they come to your team making the veterans minimum. So it's a benefit for both. The team gets to get rid of that guy, he still gets paid
Right.
a bigger portion of his contract, but also he's free to go wherever he wants to go. So
Right.
the two big pieces that a lot of people are waiting to see play out is LaMarcus Aldridge and Andre Drummond. Where do y'all think they'll go? Where do you think they'll go, Chuck?
Well, based on what I've seen, I feel like it's just a matter of days. I think Aldridge is going to Miami. I just think it's going to happen.
Like that, yeah.
Because it just seems like it is what it is at this point. Just count your days. Drummond, I know where I want him, but I have no clue.
Facts. I know I want him too. Facts.
I have no clue. I want him in LA, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I think by buying him out, and he's still getting a nice piece of money, and he don't have to really go to a team to pay him a lot. He can go. He pretty much can do what he wants. So I can see the Lakers. I just don't see the Brooklyn. I don't see them continuing to just pick up. But I don't see it. But places I think he can help. I'll put it this way because I don't know. The Lakers. Now, honestly, I would like him with a Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I would like him with a.
You don't like him in the Nets?
I don't because I feel like if he goes there, it's automatic. Nobody's beating him. That's just how I feel. I feel like if he goes there, like I don't feel like nobody has a chance to beat him. Now I feel like you have a slim chance, but he's what they're missing. They don't really have DeAndre Jordan's getting older. He's losing it a little bit. But you have an automatic 20 and 15 consistent pretty much all the time. Like that's crazy, bro. Then you got Harden, like that's just a lot. So that's what I think. So but like I said, LA to me is the best place. Once they're healthy, him, AD, LeBron, you can I think they'll mesh the best. But yeah, with Drummond, I just don't know. It just to me, it just feel like where you want to go. I don't feel like nobody's gonna tell him no.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay him a whole lot of money, so it's up to where he want to go.
Oh, what you think, Doc?
I'm gonna need y'all assistance on this, okay? So, check this out. We got Drummond, right? I like exactly what you said. You made some valid points, Chuck, and I think that would be dope. Aldridge, I would love to see him go to the NBA retirement house. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong.
He 36? I didn't realize he was so old. He like 36, 37.
When I think of him, I think of Tim Duncan. Fundamentally sound, but
yeah.
He gonna get you some rebounds. He gonna get you some leadership. But let's go ahead and retire, brother.
Right. I feel you.
Now what doesn't make sense to me with Aldridge is no disrespect to Miami Heat, but you 36, 30, you towards the end. Why wouldn't you be trying to go somewhere where you can get a championship? No disrespect to the Heat.
Yeah, that's fact.
But why wouldn't you be trying to go to the Lakers? My three teams would have been Lakers, Clippers. Well, Lakers here might not really fit, but the Clippers or the Nets.
Yeah. And I honestly I would have liked it if he went back to Portland. Why not?
You definitely ain't winning there. But I get what you're saying though from that point of view, and they did clear his contract. Now, my fault. I said that was the last topic, but this is actually the last topic. I missed the trade. Probably one of the biggest trades of the day, the Aaron Gordon trade.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark went to Denver for Gary Harris and RJ Hampton and a 2025 first round pick. 2025, that's a long time from now.
It is.
Hey, you know who's gonna be good by then. I think this helps Denver. Gary Harris, he was in and out the lineup. He was hurt. He wasn't. RJ Hampton, I think, is a kid that didn't play college ball here. He went overseas, so I think that's We don't know how that might turn out. So I guess that's a trade you might have to wait on. You don't know who they're going to get in 2025 or if they're going to keep the pick, whatever. But I really like this for Denver. I think it puts them – I think they could be a top three team in the West right now. Lakers – well, when healthy, you got Lakers, Utah. And then that third spot could be Clippers. It could be Phoenix. It could be Denver. What you think, Jarrell?
I'm watching, man. I really don't know on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got no views on them.
What you got, Chuck?
I'm with you. I love it. The fact that you were able to keep all your best players and add him, they are officially a problem. He's another person who can also, he's a forward, but he can play the point position and take Murray off the ball. Because he's a point forward as well. So I love it. To me now, even with their bench, your bench stronger because if you implement him and put him into the starting lineup, which I think they probably will do, it makes your bench stronger. And like I said, Gary Harris, he staying hurt. Hampton was young, so you got that much better without losing anything. That's amazing. That normally doesn't happen. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm with you. We don't know what's going on with the Lakers, but the Clippers, Phoenix, Denver, Utah. Yeah. So now we're gonna see.
But I'm looking at what some of these guys got traded for, and I'm like Rob Pelinka, man.
Right.
We could have easily tried to get Rondo back. I'm just saying, man.
Right. It's crazy, bro.
I don't know. I got faith that we will get Drummond. Hopefully. I got to pray on that. I got to go to my prayer closet on that one. They're talking about he meeting with the Knicks. Why are you meeting with the Knicks? He meeting with Charlotte. Why? You know what? Why are you meeting with Charlotte, especially with LaMelo out? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was the last topic for the day, man. That's all we got for you, Si. I appreciate you, Dr. Hessler, man, for stopping through, popping up with us, man. You know what I mean?
Yes,
sir. I appreciate y'all for real, man.
And we appreciate this platform that y'all created for us, man, to kind of come through and just pop up on Saturdays, man. I know we ain't popped up in a while. We gotta try and pop up more often. You know what I mean? But tell them what you got, man, and where they can catch you at.
It's Jarrell Hessler, man. I'm with Jarrell's Journal. You can catch me on my page, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, man. Just follow, man. We interview people. We talk about ethics and decision making. We try to motivate the minds of not only our youth, but people our age that's still looking for direction. And you can do that, and you can gain insight and motivation through our podcast. So just check us out, man. We're gonna be linking up with Tyrus and the rest of Say What Say crew again. So you'll see us. And
Jarrell's very modest. He's had some pretty big blockbuster interviews this last month or so, man. He had Rain NC. He had a couple young ladies that work for Fox Sports and ESPN, man. So most definitely check them out, man. And Say What Say It again Tuesday nights, 8:30, man. And like I said, we just like to pop up, man. Hey, hit us up, man. Inbox us, whatever, however y'all want to get up with us, man. If y'all got some questions or whatever, man. We'll see y'all next time.